Yo, what's up guys? Terrell here on Terrell Game Vlogs, here to bring you Bakuman Season 3, Episode 7 review. And no bullshit, because you're probably wondering, why am I standing for this? And for one, it took forever to get sub. From what I heard, like, they switched, I guess, translators for the subs, whatever. But the reason why this took so long is because it hadn't been subbed. They actually just got subbed like a little while ago. Watched it, fanboyed. The entire fucking episode. That actually is why I'm standing. I was tripping the entire episode. And the reason why I'm even standing in this video will probably be longer than the other ones, because I've got to address two things. Because I was looking at the comments on my anime, like the discussion boards for Bakuman Episode 7 Season 3. And it's actually very polarizing. Like, the polls they have said that people love the episode, which is where I'm at. I fucking love this episode. I will dare say this is probably about... I keep saying this, but it actually might become my favorite so far. Because I really enjoyed this episode. But the thing is, the comments was contradicting that completely. And it's because of the whole Hirama Aoki situation. I love the fact that the entire episode, Hirama is just being a pimp, being boss with this shit. He's taking life by the reins. He's like... Because the thing about Hirama that always killed me is, like, he's that gag character who's constantly ran by Yoshida. And it's like, it's funny, but it's still sad because you're getting run by Yoshida, considering you're a character who doesn't really want to do as much as you're doing for the sake of false dreams and pipe dreams and shit. So I like the episode where he spends all the fucking time fucking over Yoshida. Like, he got rid of the track, he like switched out cars for the tracking signals and shit, because he didn't know what the fuck was up, so he just said, fuck it, I'm switching out cars, which is reckless as fuck. That nigga bought a car just to take a girl on a date. That is fucking dedication. Some people would say that was stupid, but I give him points for dedication. That shit was cool as shit. Nigga, it just, it didn't like, turn off your phone, Aoki, if you would like to go out. Man, I love Hirama the entire fucking episode. And that ending where he finally just airs out all of his grievances and all that other shit. You even get like this cool thing for Yoshida and understand what kind of character Yoshida is. Yeah, he's manipulative as fuck, but it doesn't mean he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I like that dynamic, and I like at the end when you had Aoki, and I was just like, oh, fanboy. And I remember Jordango actually telling me this. I think he told me this back in the season 2 reviews when he told me, yeah, you know, Aoki's not gonna end up with Nakai, and you're probably gonna hate who she ends up with. And it was Hirama, and it better be Hirama. Like, it would have annoyed me if Aoki has to go through another guy. I think it's Hirama though. If it is Hirama, just tell me if it is. Actually, don't. No. Don't say a goddamn thing. Because if you tell me, because if it isn't, and you don't tell me it is, then I'm gonna know either way. So don't tell me. But I hope it is Hirama. But just legitimately, I don't have a real reason to like Hirama being with Aoki, because technically Hirama's like probably one of the weakest characters in the series, because he's really just meant for comedy. He's not really taken seriously as a character. Even when he's introduced, I think I even said him when he was first introduced, I'm like, yeah, you're probably going to be it's like, after you saw him for a while, you kind of just figured he's a gag character. I mean, because remember, you were introduced to him when the Eiji Nizuma stuff, like, because originally he was like, oh, it's like Nizuma sensei and shit like that. So, he's not technically meant to be taken seriously. So the fact that character gets this kind of episode, it's like, you shouldn't like him, but I like it. I like that because I felt bad for the character that he was kind of being fucked over by his manager. And I kind of thought Yoshida was a dick. I mean, mind you, I never say, you know, Hirama still isn't my favorite character. And then what I think what makes it better is to see how Aoki is now. And I even saw, and I want to address this to the fans. Some of you guys were like commenting about how you hate how Aoki is now. And I was so annoyed at that because, and to be honest, you can have your opinions, but I want to just address this right now. People don't like how Aoki is now because she isn't tsundere, essentially, because she's not aggressive. But to me, you can only really enjoy the aggressive. People enjoy the aggressiveness without any like reasoning behind it. And people, and for whatever reason, it's like, yeah, you don't want to see how Aoki really is. Because this is what Aoki really is. That's what bugs the shit out of me. It's like, people prefer her being aggressive. So I'm like, so you prefer her when she's guarded and she has her shields up. Because that's what the original Aoki is. What Aoki is now is what her true personality is. Which is why it's funny as hell to see her in some of these situations. Because you know she's really awkward at this kind of shit. And I don't know, I just thought the thing was cute. I just thought it was really, really cute how, I don't know, my fanboying went up. And it's like, I should totally not like that couple. Even, actually, there's really nothing against that couple. It's not like Aoki hates him. I mean, if anything, that's the only character you can really see fucking with her right now is Hirama or Fukuda or Nakai. But Fukuda's shit was strictly teacher stuff, and Nakai's out of the fucking picture anyway. So Hirama, I guess, is the only other choice because Hirama's gags fall all around Aoki to begin with. So I'm not even mad. Like, I really enjoyed the shit out of this episode. I was fanboying the entire fucking episode. But the thing about Aoki is that people seem to hate that she isn't, you know, aggressive. But I'm like, the development from season 2 was to get her to normal status. And she was. Actually, in the middle of season 2, she was. She went to normal status, where she went from aggressive to normal. And I like that transition, because Nakai, even though he is a dick, did help out with that development as much as people don't want to admit it. He did help out with some of her development, and he had his own set of development. And then then the shooting stuff and the Kai stuff kind of progressed her into normality, and I like that. So the fact that she finally is actually interested in a guy without being pressured, without being in this weird ass position, without the blackmail, without being the guy throwing himself on her. Because Hirama was so fucking awkward, he never really got a chance. On top of Yoshida kind of cock blocking. So I like the fact that she chose to do all these things. It wasn't like he was forcing her, because she was enjoying the majority. She even says it. So I was like, I can't really hate on this, because it's not like the characters are like fighting against each other. And it's not like Hirama is trying to be a bad guy, because I don't think Hirama's a bad guy. But I do like that Hirama does represent that manga artist who kind of hates his job, but there's like that one or two things that keep him coming back to it. Because that's Hirama's whole shtick. That he kind of doesn't want to do anything. But he realizes that in order to get to these moments that he truly enjoys, he has to suffer through life. And that's kind of a life lesson. If you want to truly enjoy something, you gotta work for it. It's not like, I mean, Yoshida even brought this up, was bringing this entire point up. It was like, why the fuck are you even with Aoki today? It's because of the manga. It's because of you drawing and being a serialized author. All these things that you seem to hate is what led up to you having the happiest day of your life. Meaning, and I kind of like that lesson, that it's a life lesson saying, the more you struggle in life, when you hit that payday, fucking, it's gonna be great. Mind you, that's the idealism of it all, but still, it could be, you know. I like that. Fuck it, I like that. If that's what Hirama is meant to teach us, I get the message and I like the message. And it works. I don't know what to say else. That's all I can say, because that's what it is. I do like that. I mean, really. I mean, honestly, that's all I can say. I know a lot of people don't like Hirama. From what I heard, from what I saw in the comments, people don't like Hirama. It's kind of hard to defend Hirama, because he's only really had one cool moment, and that was the moment in season 2 when he called out the chief for being on some bullshit with that whole hospital arc, which as of now is like the only arc I innately don't like for a few reasons. I get the points of it, but I just don't like it because obviously that arc could have been done better. But overall, like, Hirama doesn't have too much going for him besides being a comedy character and having like one or two moments. He's usually in like the team situations, but he's really just meant for gags. So the fact that a gag character gets to step out and become a real character to me, even though obviously this is going to make him a full character, it gives the writer, I guess it gives me time to get adjusted to Hirama now without the inspiration of Aoki. Because he had the inspiration of Aoki legitimately through probably the entirety of we've seen him, for the most part. Like, there are very few times where he doesn't have that. I mean, his gag before was just trying to get out of working. Now that he's dedicated, I want to see how Hirama progresses. And I'm going to be kind of mad if they don't show him now, like, as much. Because I still want to see Hirama. Like, the dating, yes. And that's the other reason why I don't mind. It's just dating. It's not like a lot of people thought, oh, he's going to ask her to marry him. I'm like, no. Just dating. I like that. The only thing I thought was bad about this episode was the parts where people were, like, thinking, the double suicide? Really? Like, I shook my head. I was like, really? Did someone legitimately just think that Hirama and Aoki would commit double suicide because the series are both ended? And I looked at Kai, Shuji, and Psycho. I'm like, get the fuck out of the scene, please. Like, it was such a stupid comment to make. And I was like, y'all, it's like, I understand y'all don't hang out with Hirama like that, but still, that's bad, man. And somehow I feel like this whole situation will lead to either Aoki's new manga or Hirama's new manga. One or the other. We'll see. But anyways, good shit all around. I enjoyed it. Fucking Hirama x Aoki, I don't give a fuck. I like that. I like it. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. I think it works because of the development where Aoki being normal and making Hirama a fleshed out character at the same time. So, good shit. Please let that be the final pairing for those two characters. And yeah. Vlogs again from your boy Terrell. Keep on drawing. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Do you like Aoki's development? Did you like Hirama before? Do you like Hirama more? Just thoughts all around. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace off.